All right, so last time when I tried putting the lift on the Land Cruiser, I discovered some very disheartening news that there was some pretty decent frame rust issues underneath it. I've had a couple people advise me on it. They say it's not horrible, and there's a very good chance of either being able to repair or salvage the frame. And so I'm just gonna kind of roll with that advice, hope that it works, and as such, I'm going to put the lift on the Land Cruiser. At some point, I am planning on pulling the whole body off the Land Cruiser and actually doing a frame-off style restoration out of it. But for now, I'm just going to work with the tools that I've got, and kind of go from there, and hopefully nothing goes too terribly wrong. For today, I'm not going to be putting the lift on. I'm just planning on taking off the front suspension. So I'm going to be taking the tires off. I'm going to be taking all the leaf springs and all that stuff off, and just kind of going from there. For me, since time is somewhat limited, being a father of two and still kind of moving in, I gotta kind of do what I can bit by bit. So see how it goes. All right, let's get the floor jack. Come on. All right, so last time I learned that I want to put a jack stand both underneath the frame and underneath the axle. So we're gonna try and do that again. Let's see where the good frame jack points are on the front here, or jack stand points. I think I'm gonna bring the floor jack around the front. I think that'll give me the best angle for getting it under the axle where I want it to, so I can lift the car. All right. And let me know in the comments what you guys think about my camera angles, because I'm still getting used to the idea of setting up the cameras and where I need to have them, so that way you can see what's going on correctly. And I know I'm not particularly good at it yet, so like I say, let me know. I will do my best to adjust my camera work appropriately. All right, so let's see. Because of where the pumpkin's at, or the diff pumpkin's at, looks like I'm gonna have to just try and get the jack directly under it. So, see how this goes, I guess. Should actually lock the jack first. That would be helpful, I think. So I also switched sides that I'm recording from, because it turns out that having your camera sitting on a tripod in the sun is not terribly conducive to good heat control for it. And my camera would shut down and quit recording. All right, so all right. Seems like it's adequate to get it up and get it up in the air. Not really sure where I can put the jack better to be able to get it jack stand sitting under the axle on the passenger side, so I may just have to have it sitting on the jack the whole time. It's a little bit sketchy, but actually maybe I can put it under the knuckle there. All right, so I am gonna lower it back down because I forgot to loosen the lugs, which is important. All right, let's see, 13/16. see. A little harder to get in on this set here because of where the hub's at. Might need, oh, come on. Might need to get some deep well. Oh, there we go, there's one. Oh, that ain't catching. Nope. All right, I'm just gonna strip those if I keep doing that. All right, so I'm gonna screw that guy back on. It looks like I need to get some. Deep well lug socket, impact sockets for this. So, guess we're doing the back today. Managed to get us on the back this time. So I think I've got my jack where it needs to go. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, that'll lift it properly. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna get my impact wrench again. All right, so come on. And I got the socket stuck on a lug nut. Come on. Come on, man. Hate when that happens. I have to back it back on and try and bump it off. Socket came off. Alright, now we can move on to the next one. There we go. Oh, that didn't pop off quite. There we go. Alright, easy peasy. Alright. So somewhere in my house, I should, theoretically, have a pair of clear safety glasses, but I have no clue where they're at. So, at some point, it will no longer be the banging tinted sunglasses, or safety glasses, because as good as they look on me, they are not very useful in the shade over here. I got them back when I was working on a grain elevator, and you had to have safety glasses wherever you were at outside, which with all the grain dust totally made sense, but since it was actually outside, you wanted something to protect your vision both with light and the grain dust. But for actual mechanic work, I prefer clear over tinted. Lets me see a lot better. But until we completely get the house unpacked, I doubt that I am going to find them. Alright, there's that jack stand. Put a pin in it. There's that jack stand, and I can lower the axle now. There we go. Beautiful. So that's one side up off the ground. So let's take a look over here and see what I got to get done. Like I've mentioned before, I have never done this before, so I am pretty much playing it by ear right now. Let's see, I'm gonna pull the GoPro over here, so that way you can get a better look. All right, so you can see that as you can see, the leaf spring is fairly well covered in rust. So is the wheel cylinder, honestly, or the hub, which doesn't bode well for anything. There's going to be a lot of rust repair going on in this Land Cruiser, put it that way, but for now I'm just kind of going to go with it. But the big thing is you can tell the leaves are a little bit inverted, which is a very good sign that they are in not so great condition. So that's why I'm replacing them. All right, so now I've gummed up my glasses. All right, well, hopefully I don't get anything in my eyes because I can't see with the glasses now. All right. So the first thing I want to do is I want to try and take the leaves off. I'm not sure. Okay. I think they're metric, so I don't know why I grabbed my standard sockets. A little bit of a goof on my part there, but let's try it out. So I can't be the right size. Yeah, that's too big. There we go. Okay, so these guys are 19 mil. So let's pull over our handy dandy impact wrench and see what it makes of that end of the leaf spring. Actually, should I be... I'm thinking about it, I should probably be taking the U-bolts off first from the bottom there. Yeah, I feel like that makes more sense. And then you can drop one end at a time. Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna do that. Let's see how it goes. Ugh. And that kind of sucks. I don't have any deep well sockets that big, I think. All right, let's get my actual wrenches and see what they make of it. I may be hitting yet another roadblock here. I'm hoping I don't. But let's see. Is it not a 19? Got my shirt. Good old rust holes catching on my shirt. Hey, you! Oh no, it's bigger than a 19. Awesome, so I neither have the sockets nor the wrenches to be able to get that out. Okay, so that's a problem. Let's see. Guess that begs the question of where I go from here. So I may have just goofed a little bit there, because I don't think I have the sockets I need to be able to do this. That is a problem.